is the Pugdom realm of the Pug King and home of competitive DBD. It's time to go to battle.
The Pug King close up. Now, you happy? Not performing monkey.
Who are they? Who are we casting?
Last night, first up, Oh Boy versus Madness.
I am flabbergasted. That was beautifully done.
You see something we didn't? Did. The eyes of a hawk and the reflexes of a mongoose.
But
No, yes, he is. He's tunneling him hard. Camroy's down. Where's that pesky Claudette with a flashlight? Just know she's going to come from some angle. There she is! Oh! Solar with a solar burn as Samurai leaps on the shoulders and pegs it off into the night.
better start going back
better
to the
start
hatch.
pegging it back. Way back is there. Are we going to see Devout sprint out the corn like a legend? The hatch is open. Where's Devout? There he is! There you go! Oh my God, Devout! But
You're going to be the one to get hunted and camped.
he can smell him. He is.
Is he in the...
There he is!
Gambler and Redbird are dead. He needs to get this hook. He does not get it. Hatch is available. Sprint burst is used. And she makes it out!
Killer Shack offering no protection. Cheeky little dead hard. Enabling that free hit.
He's going to...
Is it pride? Ego.
I think that's going to happen again.
Where's this Claudette? No! Oh my God! Out of nowhere!
That's 3 times in a row. That's... They need to change the name from K the Juka to K the Juicer.
K the Juicer, and you know that's what he's going to change his name to. He'll love that, especially he'll clip it for his montage. But let's see what happens. In the window, trying to force her around. Good play. Leading them down there, the 2. We wish them luck. Back in 2 shakes of a Pug's town.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Jojo the Barbarian, hijacking once again Pug Stream. Welcome to the Pugdom. This is Champions of the Fog League B coverage of the Pugdom. I am your host for today, Jolie the Barbarian, and we have an exciting match between Devout and RDE. I was about to say RPD, but no, it's RDE instead. And our first set of matches will be in Ormond, winter time in Ormond, where we have a Blight versus an Oni. Devout decided to pick the Blight against RDE's Oni. Interesting tactic. On set number 2, we're going to see a Coal Tower match between RDE's Executioner and Devout Singularity. And on set 3, it seems like they revert from set 1, and it's going to be Devout this time around having the Oni. And RDE is going to bring out the Blight. If we do make it to a 3rd set, it will be played on Gas Haven. However, first up, it is a Blight on Ormond. And let's see who our killer is. Our killer's name for this match will be none other than Slaughter. Let's see if he lives true to his name and brings Slaughter in and immediately finds a survivor. Who's this? This is Everyday Pizza on the Nia. We got Gambator on the Jake, Step Back on the Ace, Roxoas on the Claudette, and someone in main apparently. We do see a bunch of scratch marks everywhere. Oh, that's the Claudette's gonna get a little tap onto the back of the head. exciting action already. You're gonna have to use the window. Decides not to. Instead, gonna go upstairs. Tokens are building up. There's 3, there's 4. You're gonna have to bring down that pallet. 5 tokens are already in. Makes it downstairs on Ormond. Does have another pallet here for sure. Decides not to use it. Will she make it to the window? Doesn't use the window. Instead, keeps running around the loop. We do see an ace over there. There's the drop of the pallet. Although the brave little Claudette that could does not make it to the other tile and ends up going down, lifting Corrupt. Corrupt perk of choice by many, many killers. We already see it. And we hear that gen bubbling away. That must be 70% on that gen already. Let's see, is it 70 or is it 50? Someone was on the hill. Ooh, it's 3 pistons. Yep, it's 70 for sure. I think the Nia was using the balanced landing. No, that's the ace instead. Ooh, nice little juke by the ace. Manages to bring the Blight into... Oh, that's a bad move, buddy. That's a bad move as Gambator goes down. But he's gonna let Gambator live for a second there. Oh, that's really, really shameful. He's trying to bump into anything, but ends up sliding on everything instead. That was a Claudette. Oh, we see Rancor coming up from Slaughter, and we know that Claudette does not have DS or anything because they were healing with the medkit. So that is considered a conspicuous action. Oh, once again, we do see scratch marks over here on this hill. Finally gonna break through Main's door here. Again, we see the ace getting chased. Step back, trying to bring some of the action to the other side of the map here. Does drop the pallet, and a little bit of pallet sucking into the Blight there. Pop is still available for Slaughter. Decides to go back. Just trying to find where the ace is. There you go. 2 people coming in for the save. It's going to be Everyday Pizza who's going to be able to save there. And I think that's a little bit of a sprint burst from the Claudette. Are we going to see some body blocking? No body blocking. Oh, a nice little cheeky emote. And down goes Roxos. Do we have someone coming in for the save? Yes, we do. We had the Nia prepared for it. But that's not going to happen, says Slaughter here. Nice little pallet stun. Did only use 2 tokens though, so they're going to recover pretty quickly. Oh, and that gliding across the snow. Very well played. Now is there going to be a little tip-a-tapper? No tip-a-tapper of tiny feet, and once again, we do see another gen pop in. Rancor revealing where the survivors are. Let's find a few blood marks on the floor, and I think that was Gambator who's going for the save on Everyday Pizza right now. Still, we can hear her. Oh, no one coming in for the pallet stun here. 2 gens, 1 death. Slaughter did really well on tunneling Claudette hard. Very, very hard. Everyday Pizza goes on for first. We don't seem to see... I mean, we do have 2 gens on either side. That's pretty good for the survivors. I believe one of them is in Shack, which will definitely help their odds to bringing about more gens. There you go, there was the ace, working very diligently on this generator. He did only use 2 tokens, and down goes Stepback, who actually slow vaulted? No, that was a medium vault on that one. Does immediately go back to the hook. Decides not to go for step back. It's gonna be late on the floor. Someone's gonna have to go and pick him up. Checking around, we do. Oh, there's the Jake. Misses the swing though. Nice little duck under the arm. Has a little jungle gym here with no pallet. This is going to be a hard one to loop. Does manage to get the stun, but that was a no token stun. Oh, but there is a pallet over there. Slaughter's going to immediately go back into this corner of the map. Are we going to see someone? No, there's... I think that's step back. Step back, what are you going to do here? There's no pallet. He's going to go down before he can get the vault on the window. A little pitter-patter. No pitter-patter. No save here for a poor little step back. But Slaughter does get himself another fresh stage. And there you go. They just finished their third gen. There's the Nia. Running away. He did pop the gen close to step back. We don't know exactly who has Deli. Haven't seen it yet. Could have been the Claudette. And we did see a little bit of a bug there, where the bouncing didn't quite work as expected. A nice little shimmy into the hit onto Everyday Pizza there. Slaughter really utilizing those sliding corners very, very well. Breaks the pallet, immediately goes for the bounce, and down goes Everyday Pizza. Are the survivors, though, utilizing the time on Stepback's hook to finish another gen? I mean, is Gambator just working on a gen right now? And right next to Gambator, teasing him, and not getting the save just so they can get that gen done. Slaughter's spidey feeling might be tingling right now. He decides not to check on the hook, though. There you go. There's Everyday Pizza saved. They decide that they don't want Everyday Pizza to go for death hook here. Oh, but I think Everyday Pizza is going to go for the save here on step back. Yep, we do see the scratch marks going all the way through. Slaughter did lose Pop here. But with both survivors here, this is going to be a slaughter fest. So we see a little cheeky hat on. No hat on. And Stepback gets rescued from the hook and immediately healed. Was that a renewal, possibly? Coming up from Stepback there. Either case, Gambator is yet to be hooked. We do have that that gen next to Shaq. He's gonna check on it. A lot of pistons being worked on that one. Nice little play over, and Shaq only used 4 tokens. Gonna have an extra one here. Nice little mind game. Is going to be able to get Gambator here with the hit, regardless of the pallet. Does he have enough time here? Doesn't go for the hit. Bounces once. Bounces twice. Doesn't get pallet sucked there. Oh, but can't really go around. Yeah, and Gambator is just going to utilize as many pallets as he can right now. Tokens are still building up. He does have a little bit of time before Slaughter can do the bouncing. Hugged that pallet like a no other. And this is a pretty good chase. The window has been blocked. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Goes into the locker. Stepback better do his job and pop another gen. Slaughter's gonna put him on the ground. Remember, Unbreakable is allowed. Can Slaughter make it to the other side? And no, he cannot, as another gen gets popped. And what could have been a 4K2 turns into a 4K1, possibly. We don't know if it's going to be a 4K1 yet. Tries to find out where the pesky little ace of Stepback went. He could have, and probably should have, just hooked Gambator there and played for Hatch. Gambator is worth a valuable 6 points still. Hasn't been hooked a single time. That fresh as a daisy status is still looming in. But very well played by Slaughter nonetheless. A 4K1 on this map with how poorly BLIGHT is sliding across many of the snow hills is definitely impressive. Would you look at that just immediately as I say it. Gonna have to go for the pickup. Now if Stepback is here, if Stepback were here and popped that gen right in front of Slaughter, that would be devastating. There you go. Gambator's first hook. Now the issue here is that Slaughter can't really stick around. He has to go in patrol. Gambator is only on first hook. It takes 1 minute per stage. That's 2 minutes that he can stay on the hook. 90 seconds for one gen. It does give Stepback enough time to pop another one if he's not careful. He's on the hill. He's checking. Doesn't really check the other generators. Very little progress on this one. No progress on this one. So they're either trying to go for Hatch or for a gate play, is what I would guess here from Team RDE, who have played really well, considering that they lost a player very early on. I mean, Gambator looping Slaughter for that amount of time really gave them the opening. There you go, their second stage guaranteed. There's a progression. It's gonna check around. Now we do know that one of the gates is over here on this side of the map. Sorry, on this right side of the map. That's what I meant to say. Directly in front. Pretty sure we're gonna wait until Gambator dies here. No missed skill checks. I mean, where would the other gate be? Probably next to the snowmobile. Sorry, snow truck clearer. Probably next to that. If I had to guess. There you go. And oh, that must be where. That is definitely where Stepback is. He's on that corner of the map. Yep, but look at that BLIGHT. My goodness, the speed. Does he get it though? Does he get it though? Does he get it though? He doesn't get it! Oh, that was so close! That was so close. If Devout's killer Slaughter didn't manage to get those really good bounces and just was a little bit too late, that would have been an awesome escape by Team RDE. Nonetheless, that is a 4K1 on Ormond with BLIGHT, and it's going to be RDE's killer coming up next with the Oni. And they need a 4K2 in order to win this first set. We'll see you all in just a bit as we go into lobby change. Hello everyone, welcome back. We just saw Devout killer Slaughter. Literally Slaughter most of RDE survivors for quite some time, but not before RDE managed to get those 4 gens out. Meaning that for RDE to win this one with the Oni, they need a 4K2 if they want to get the win. They can get a 4K1 and tie the set, which will guarantee that we will go to a third set. However, a 4K2 is the win condition. And well, all of Devout survivors have to do is 5 generators. Now, this is going to be very, very dependent, I think, on whether or not we get an early first hit and an early heal after the first hit. Because as you know, Oni is only good if you do stay injured for long periods of time, spewing out that precious, precious little blood. And coming in to kill for Team RDE is Everyday Pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? And for those of you that don't like pizza, you are non-believers. I jest. But right now we got Everyday Pizza with the Oni coming up to kill Intimi, Cake, Samurai, and Ray. And we already found a first survivor here. I don't know who it is because I couldn't really see who it is. Oh, I think it's the Nancy. I think it's Samurai getting found out. Corrupt, perk of choice. Classic perk. Already see someone working on this gen. I think that's Cake with the Nia. Is this going to be some balanced landing? Yep, there's the balanced landing. Is going to make it to a pallet immediately. Doesn't drop it though. Doesn't need to, but gets slammed across the face with a pile of wood. It's going to be a hard first hit here. Does have another connecting loop. And there's no way, there is no way that he's going to get that hit through. Has to break it. She does have a pallet in main right up there. So that will be another pallet out of the match. Now this is good for the late stages of the game where survivors won't have anywhere to run to. Ooh, I do think she does not make this window though. A little swing and a miss. Tries to go for another one, but no, there you go, there's the first hit. No gens have popped so far. We do see the blood coming out. I think that's a fix from previous spectators. You usually couldn't be able to see the blood until the Oni started collecting it. There's a first gen. Do we see a second? Ooh, down goes Cake. And there you go. There's the second gen that was expected. No pitter-patter of tiny feet. Does he have a 3-gen scenario? I couldn't really notice. But Corrupt is now out. Did see a Scourge hook get used. He does have sort of a 3-gen. If main doesn't get done. Which, well, that's what survivors like to do. That's a free drop and a half from someone over there. My goodness. Oh, we do see someone over there in the corner. I think that was either Intimi or Ray. Does have the power up. Will he power up over here and try to slam dunk this survivor? All these gens are very, very low with progress. There you go, goes for the power. Gonna go into main. Gonna ring around main and back to the hook. Trying to find if there's someone over here trying to go for the save. Decides to leave and go for that gen over there that knows that someone was there. There you go, Kate gets put into second for free essentially. No gens have popped in the meantime. No person has come in for the save. Remember, he needs a 4K2 in order to get the win. We do go ring around to Rosie here. The power is going to be ultimately wasted here. No value from it. Does get some knowledge, but no hits. And no health states. Our survivor's smart. in utilizing this time to work on gens, or are they ultimately going to sacrifice Cake here for not much? Everyday Pieces gladly will accept the sacrifice here. He could hold on to these 3 gens on this side. He's going to check onto that. Cake does end up going to death. And there you go. There's Into Me, just walking nonchalantly. You know that this is a sprint burst user. You know that this is a sprint burst user. Actually, no, he's not. I stand corrected. It did seem like he was a sprint burst user, but apparently not. Because we're just going to see some pre-drops every now and then. Nice little hit, though. And Everyday Pizza is going to gladly break that. There you go. Main got done. The win conditions are no longer possible. Everyday Pizza can now only hope to tie this match, which in of itself is a pretty good deal already. Considering that so far he only has 3 hooks. Oh, we did see someone over there in the distance. I think Everyday Pizza also saw him. Yes, no, maybe? Yes, they did! And that's Samurai. Down for the count. Ooh, tries to go check on the gen. Half of the power used there for an insta-down. Now, although Survivors did work on those gens pretty quickly, they sacrificed 1 teammate. And this is the worst part, they also 3-gen themselves. All the gens are concentrated on this side of the map. Into Me is injured, so only Ray can come in for the save. He does have a couple of blood orbs scattered around. Not many, though. Oh. You see a couple of blood orbs over there. I think that's Into Me. Over on this side. Yep, yes it is. He does have a pallet to work with, though. Which is gonna prove invaluable here, I hope, for his success. There's a pre-drop. Now it's a 50-50. Ooh, he tried, but down he goes nonetheless. He was way, way too greedy for that pallet and ends up costing him. I'm gonna make a big guess and say that the Survivors are doubling down on that generator over in the corner. There's the power. Is he gonna power up and go there and check? Hasn't powered yet. We did see a -25 from the Scourge. That's Nancy skittering around and running away. They were working on it, and he does have a pretty good blood bank there. Now, what's Everyday Pizza gonna do here? When you got the 3-gen, now you just gotta hold it. Checks on it. He's gonna go back to the hook, decides not to break that pallet. He can probably camp this out. Decides to go check around. Ring around the rosy we go again. That's Into Me onto second. Due to the balancing, a lot of the meta perks are banned. That's still regressed. I mean, are they just hiding this out? Is this the play that they want to do? We do have a heal on Habibi. Or Samurai, as they are also known as. And that's the power all used up. Again, didn't get much use out of the power, but did get a lot of information and probably scared a lot of the Survivors. Almost gets a full power up from that blood bank he had over there. Oh, and he knows. He knows. He actually saw Ray or heard him, one or the other, and does get the injury. And Ray's running for the hills, trying to take the Oni to the other side of the map, trying to prevent him from utilizing his friends as pummel targets with his massive mace. Does have a little TL wall to work around here. The crackling of bamboozle can be heard. And that's the first time we've seen that perk in action. Oh, a slam, a dunk from Ray. Now, yep, Everyday Pizza immediately goes out. He's gonna check on those gens. Doesn't power up yet. Someone must be working on this one. Almost got 50% of it done. Doesn't want to use the power until he knows that he has a clear target. But that gen is practically at 0. Checking all the nits and corners here. 25% on that gen. More or less. Do we see some scratch marks running away from that gen? No, but someone did touch it. No, they haven't. Still fully regressing. I mean, he is holding on to that power quite diligently, probably hoping that one of the survivors makes a mistake and he can absolutely capitalize on it. No one has touched these gens. They are just freely regressing. It is still base game regression, which isn't that good. It's definitely very subpar, but it is something. Few blood orbs over here. There you go. There's the... is that the Nancy? Yep, that's Samurai who's running immediately. Where did you go? In? Did they go inside? Yes, they did. And they're probably gonna go down. Yep. That's the insta-down on Samurai. Goes for the immediate pickup. Zero respect. Doesn't even try to dodge the save there. Oh, but we did see someone. There you go. There's Ray once again, running around. So he did touch the gen. Has a little bit over 25%, which is still not much. Does go for the insta save here. Interesting. Sprint burst used. He's gonna have to drop the pallets. Does not get the hit. Light gets used only in order for him to make a little bit of distance. Oh, but he gets cut across and sliced in the process. He almost has his power up. He's gonna leave both injured survivors and is continue to protect his 3-gen. Everyday Pizza playing this very, very diligently. I mean, they want to bait him over really, really badly. Are they secretly working on this generator? Is Intimi working on it? Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he definitely is. There you go. There's the power up immediately. Ring around the rosy. Where are you gonna go? This is a pretty nasty tile for Oni, though. Intimi doing his best to stop this hulking monster from downing him, but yep, goes into the locker trying to force the Oni out of power in order to prevent him from getting the slug. But these two survivors managed to finish that gen, and that's the win con that Devout needed. Intimi managed to stall enough time in order for both Ray and Samurai to finish that generator. So well played. I mean, Ray just got pummeled in half. And I think Samurai is going to get the same treatment here. Misses the slam once. Does have a pallet here to work with. Pallet broken. TL wall, only thing that's stopping him. Power did run out, but he goes through the window. Can't Samurai do anything here? They do have a pallet, I think. No, they got the window instead. I think it's just a matter of time until we finally see them go down. Oh, that must have been close. That must have been close. I mean, they got what they wanted, though. They got the 5 gens. First set goes over to Devout. RDE very, very close to get the tie condition on this one. But they played extremely, extremely well, both as survivors and as killer. Nothing but respect for RDE, regardless of the outcome of this one. Next up, it will be RDE killing again. But we will go up to the coal tower in order to see an executioner from RDE face off Devout's Singularity. If Devout wins the second set, we will not go through a third, so RDE really needs to pump the gas on this one. We will see you all in just a bit as we go into lobby change. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pugdom and League B of Champions of the Fog. I am once again your host, Jolie the Barbarian. We got Devout versus RDE. We just saw Devout win their first set very, very toughly. They managed to get a 5-gen game last time against the Oni from RDE. So it was very, very close. A 2-point difference between these two that actually mattered in the end on set 1. Right now, we're going to see RDE show up as an executioner in Coal Tower. They need to win their first set here on set number 2 in order for us to go to a set 3. If they do lose set number 2, we will not be going to a set 3. We will not be seeing Oni versus BLIGHT. It will be, once again, Everyday Pizza playing on the Coal Tower here against Cake, Into Me, Samurai, and Ray. All of them were present in the previous match, and it was actually Samurai and Cake, I think, that managed to finish that last gen really, really, really well. Little sword to the ground. And that's the first hit very early on against Ray here. Everyday Pizza, really well done. There is a pallet dropped in main. Very weirdly. Ooh, that was almost a hit. And apparently that pallet was there for a reason. But we are going a ring around to Rosie, and Everyday Pizza finally decides to break down the first door here. Although Ray is still being able to loop him around main. Does get the killer instinct reveal here. They're not going to be able to make it to the window again. Yep, there you go. They know about it. Ooh, and down goes Ray. And he's also the one with the flashlight, so the only thing we can see here is maybe... No firecracker? No firecracker blind. And Everyday Pizza's just looking for a hook to put Ray in. And that was indeed a pain res, because we do see the notification there for the damage generator. Ray takes in first, and this gen was around 50-ish, more than 50. Gets a little pop, goes the weasel there. Nancy running in main. Oh, I think they just popped. No, they did not pop the top gen. They popped the one over next to Shack on the right side of Shack. And there's Intimi over there. Don't seem to see anyone coming in for the save here. We did see exactly the same last time, where they sacrificed one of their players for a lot of progress on the generators. But I don't know if that's the best use out of their time. Do we see a second stage here? Onto Ray. That's a second gen. We do see a second hook and a hit onto Intimi. Very delayed hit too. The add-ons are the Burning Man's Painting and the Wax Doll, which are both ranged add-ons, and it seems like he missed Ray here. Didn't really get the BT out of the way. It's gonna buy him a lot of time. Oh, but they go down all the same, and this is gonna be the final judgment. Slammed. Immediately killed, and that's a very, very early death. They can't even trade it for this gen that's almost popping. Little killer instinct here. Oh, into me. That must have been such a close one. And he will not make it anywhere. Does have the firecracker on the hand. Are we going to see someone go ahead and pop it, though? No, no one's going to pop that gen, unfortunately. It is very close, though. If they do get a pain res, which it was a pain res, it definitely hits that one. Very commonly used pain res and pop. See it all the time on League B here. That's Samurai on main. There's the ace. Is that a balanced landing? Yep, yes there is. I mean, someone is on a hook, and they know where the other survivor is, so this is a pretty guaranteed and safe way to get more pressure. Oh my goodness, that was so good. And now they need to get someone out here. Oh no, Samurai was still in main. They were healing. Intimi's gonna progress to second here for free. There you go. There's Intimi on second for free. While we have Cake on the ground, this might be a 4K too. If survivors don't get back together here. I mean, would you go for Cake here, or would you try and save Intimi on the hook? Cake is probably the safest option. There you go. They get Intimi out, but at what cost, though? Intimi is essentially dead on hook here. Doesn't even touch the gen. We know that they're not the ones that have balanced landing. They try to go for the blind. Doesn't work on the killer. Now it's just going to be a hit and the final judgment. There you go. There's the hit. Doesn't go for the final judgment. Instead goes for the pickup. In order to use Pop Goes the Weasel. Very well played. Now they have one pop to use, and they can get to pick where to put it. There you go, that's 50% chewed off. That gen was close to popping before with the pain res and the Pop Goes the Weasel. It really, really hindered all their progress. There you go, there's a balanced landing coming in from the ace. Who's gonna try and run to anywhere. Any tile would be good at this point. Gonna run this little jungle gym and into the face of the killer. There you go. Decides not to go for a Cake here, and again leaving him on the ground. And there's the Nancy running for the hills. Probably had enough time for go for the hit onto the ace. Decides not to. That's a pre-drop and a half for the Shack pallet. I mean, you do have to make some time, but that's a little bit too much of a pre-drop if I can be honest here. Does have this little jungle gym to run. Did not double back, is looking around. I think there's a pallet over here. Yes, there is. Gonna have to step on the goo. Or not. There's a hit onto Habibi. That was really, really poor pathing. And down goes Samurai. We're gonna go for a cage here. No need for the hook. And now where's the ace? Cake is the last one that needs to be found in order for this to be a really, really good game for Everyday Pizza here. This ought to be really, really good. Oh, that's where Samurai is. Cage gets placed onto the other side of the map because the Executioner was too close. If they can't find Cake, that's 6 points that are left in the table. Oh, but I say that, and as soon as he turns around, there's the ace, there's Cake, and there's his really, really well-deserved 4K here. A 4K and 2 with the Executioner on Coal Tower. Really, really well played, and he's just looking at the Nancy, who gets teleported the other side of the map once again. Really well played by Everyday Pizza here. We will have to wait until both Cake and Samurai die out, and it's going to be a little while. Nonetheless, this is a pretty good start for RDE's second set. Devout's going to show up with a Singularity, and they'll need a 4K3 in order to get the win on this second set. So this might actually go over to a third set pretty succinctively here. Now, Singularity is no pushover, though. They are able to get a 4K3, especially if survivors disrespect them. But still very well played by Everyday Pizza on this second set. We will see you all in just a bit as we go into lobby change, and we will come back with Devout and their Singularity. Welcome back, everyone. We're jumping right into this one as we got Slaughter on the Singularity coming up here to maybe, we don't know it yet, slaughter all of RDE survivors here. They need a 4K3 if they want to win this set. A 4K2 will tie it. Anything less, and it will be a loss for Devout. Is that a balanced landing? Yes, it is. No pew-pews just yet. No pew-pews just yet. And there you go, there's a TP. Nice little play there by Slaughter. And he managed to get the pallet and the hits. Let's go for the TP once again. This is going to be a hit, I think. No, doesn't really get the hit through. Mr. Next Time apparently is Mr. This Time. Oh, but that's not enough. Snapback did come through with the EMP, but it wasn't enough to get their friend out of the danger zone here. And I think we saw a little bit of a missed skill check somewhere. We got Gambator on the Jake, Mr. Next Time on the Renato, Roxas on the Claudette, and Snapback on the Ace. There's Jake. And there's a little pod for Mr. Jake. Ooh, that's a really, really poorly placed pod, isn't it? I say that, but he manages to get the TP, though. Double vaults. Manages to get the mind game. Is going to get a hit here. No pallet stun. Jake's running away. Misses a couple of times with those pods. Ooh, but I don't think he needs to use his power anymore. He's going to go for the hit. There you go. There's the down. And Mr. Next Time is already healed up as Snapback went for the save because we got Roxas right in front of us. Second hook through. Too fresh as a daisies already. Just checking around. Finds the ace, apparently. And he's really good at reading the player movements here as Snapback gets caught off guard and takes a hit. No one's there by the gen. We do see the ace over there. Someone did save Gambator. Oh, he does have the window. A little cheeky miss. Will have the EMP. There you go. But he immediately puts another one back and actually gets the hit. Even with Lucky Break and not knowing where the survivor is, no scratch marks, still manages to get the hit, and no gen's done so far. I mean, Slara is on their way to actually be able to get a 4K3. Survivor's probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all of these cameras. No progress on that gen, very little progress on this one. 3 of the 4 pain reses have been used up. So there you go. Nice, very well played. Oh, but he manages to get it nonetheless. And he's just going to use that TP. Is that a balanced landing? Nope. That's just a hit taken from Gambator there. Tries to go for the hit, misses on through. Once again goes for the hit and gets slammed with the pallet. There you go. There's a little hit onto Roxos as well. A couple of the stacks of Save the Best for Last are really helping him right now. And there you go. There we got the Renato over here. Gets hit with it. The TP comes through. And they're gonna go upstairs. Didn't use the EMP as of yet. Breaks the door. 2 survivors over here. Gets a hit onto the Jake immediately. Those stacks of Save the Best for Last are really doing work here. Doesn't try to stop the Claudette from healing, however. And they do get a full health state out of it. First gen finally pops. It seems like we've been in this match for quite some time, and this is the first time we see a gen pop, though. Jake's not going to be able to make it. Yep, does get the hit here. And Gambator is going to serve on their second hook. So far, only the Claudette hasn't served the hook stage. Oh, that one is blocked. Nice, managed to get a pod onto the Renato. There's the ace trying to work on that generator. Doesn't really let them, just keeps harassing the ace. Sees where he is. Does get a pot on him too. You'd really want to camp this one out and probably get a death here. Goes for the hit. Step back. Is he going to be able to get the unhook? Yes, he is. No trade. Sorry, they did trade for a hook, but didn't really manage to get the down. Ooh, and I say that, but they do manage to get the down right here. Step back will be dead on hook here. However, sorry, Gambator will be dead on hook here, not step back. What's the hit? But with 8 stacks of Save the Best for Last, that recovery speed is just absolutely devilish. That recovery speed is absolutely devilish with the Save the Best for Last stack, and it seems like they've managed to do 3 gens. This is the tie condition that they needed. I apparently missed a gen. I didn't even see that they managed to finish the 3rd gen. Nonetheless, I think that's a renewal play coming in from Roxas.
Terrible.
Might be wrong. There's the blind attempt. He does immediately go for the pallet, but he's in a really, really big dead zone. We got the really quick heal from the renewal. But Step Back will pay for it. They only need 1 more gen here in order to get the win. A tie will still guarantee that we go for the 3rd set, though. And there you go. There's the win con for RDE. And right now, we're just playing for points. Devout played extremely well. We did see a 5-gen lockdown for quite some time. But unfortunately for Devout, RDE survivors managed to outlast it and end up finishing that generator. Step Back. It's currently on the hook. Just double checking it. Oh my goodness, and those 2 pods are really, really poor places. There's the save from the Colette. And like I said, there you go, the recovery speed from Save the Bats for Last. My goodness. So noticeable. Really, really noticeable.
Your genes need minor alterations.
Right now, the only person who is not dead on hook is Mr. Next Time, who is working on it. He is keeping it. Ooh, and a cheeky little blast mine too from Mr. Next Time, I suppose. As he managed to run away. Although, how much distance did he really make? It's unclear because we have no idea where he went. Is he hiding around, or did he run all the way? There you go, there's the ace. And we do find Mr. Next Time, but they're both working on that gen. And he's immediately going to go there. Remember, 2 players working on a gen cuts down the time required for that gen to be completed by almost half. It's not exactly half, but it is almost half. Once again, Mr. Next Time gets left off on that generator alone for quite some time. That's gonna give him... Oh, never mind. He goes for the save there on the ace. Nice little body block going. And this generator is really ready to go. That gen is ready to go. No one's infected by the biopods. Survivors are playing this out pretty well. There's a Claudette. He's not shy and immediately runs away. Goes around, has a pallet here to work with if they want. Has a window and a pallet. Oh, a cheeky little miss there. BLIGHT kicks in and actually manages to get them for the connecting loop. But down goes Roxoas. And there you go, there's the MP. He needs to get there on time. They can't really finish that gen. Nonetheless, they do get the hit. And someone used an EMP. The ace is running around. There's the Renato. Ace going back to the Claudette. Gets a pod in. Probably not going to be able to teleport, though. Claudette keeps running away. He's going to hug the pallet. No, he's not hugging the pallet. He's actually going for the next loop. Which does have a pallet, but down goes Step Back. I mean, we know for a fact that this gen was the one with the most progress. There's the Renato who ends up getting caught trying to escape the area. Does have a EMP on his hand, but goes down nonetheless. And this is now a very, very fancy slugfest. There's the pickup. Missed swing. There's the ace. Does he go for the window? Yes, he does, but down all the same. Only Roxoas is left, and they're going on to main. It seems like Slaughter really, really wants the 4K here. They are not willing to leave unless they get a 4K. There you go, utilizes the window. We're gonna go up and down. Goes into the locker, gets picked up. And this is gonna be all she wrote for RDE survivors, but nonetheless, they got what they needed. They needed 4 gens in order to get the win. And that's exactly what they got. Now remember, Slaughter can still lose points for the bleed outs onto Mr. Next Guy. Sorry, Mr. Next Time, not Mr. Next Guy. Mr. Next Time is worth 3 points as it stands. If they bleed out, they would only be worth 2.
Succumb to my desire.
Snapback goes on for death as well.
You are one annoying little worm.
There's the hatch. Oh, and they managed to actually get out! That awards an extra 2 points for RDE, meaning that they won by a little bit more even. Very well played by both of these teams. We're gonna see a match of the century here. Set number 3, Gas Haven. Oni or BLIGHT? Who wins this one? Devout's gonna come out with the Oni and probably need to do really well with the Oni because BLIGHT is an S tier killer. We'll see you all in just a bit as we go into lobby change. Welcome back, everyone. I am your host. This is the last set. We're on set numero 3. Set number 3 for Devout versus RDE. Devout won first set between the BLIGHT and the Oni. RDE brought it back with the Executioner, winning set number 2. And now we're on the Gas Haven. On set number 3, we're going to see the Oni from Devout come out killing first. Now, as always against the Oni, the most important thing is to deny him that first hit. as long as possible. Although this is Gas Haven, so there is a very, very good main building to be run until that gen pops inevitably. And we got ourselves, once again, Slaughter coming up as the mantle of Killer. Corrupt Intervention used on all 5 sets up until now. Breaks that main door immediately. God, I love when killers do that. So catharsis. We do see scratch marks coming in and out of main. I don't think Slaughter saw that person over there. A couple of scratch marks here. No one's inside. That door is really good for this window. The crackling of bamboozle can be heard. I don't know if the survivor realized that, though. And it is Mr. Next Time who ends up finding the Oni here. He does have a God Pallet here, which he is going to drop. Vaults once and gets hit. That's not a bad first hit. Hopefully all of his teammates are already in position here. Yeah, but you gotta go around, and there you go. That's exactly what he does. Power is almost up. There you go. First gen also popped. We do have the power up. There's the vault. There's the second vault. And that's a lot of blood on that one pallet. I mean, all of those vaults are going to provide a lot of blood. First gen has popped. Corrupt has now dispersed since Mr. Next Time went down. And we will see, apparently, a Scourge Hook. You can see that damage generator notification on the top right. Someone was on this generator, very close to main. He does have a very straight line of gens there. Also has a really, really good 3-gen along there with Shack. Oh, the ace doesn't stick to it. It is close, though. Pop goes the Weasel, chews through that progress like a knife through butter. And here comes the Oni. Here comes the Oni. Booga booga. I mean, he does have a pallet to work here. Forced to break the pallet against Mr. Next Time here. Who's gonna make it to the window, I bet. Yep, there you go. There's the window being used. Does have another pallet here to work with. Breaks it as well. He cannot make that. Yeah, he cannot make that window. And that's second. 3 gens, I say. 3 gens. For a measly 2 hooks on the same survivor. I don't know. Slaughter might regret going for the kill here. Probably would have been better to spread out the pressure and try and down someone on the other side of the map. Although hindsight is 20/20, you know. Does have a couple of blood orbs here and there to work with. Not enough for the power-up, however. And look at that. That gen is also ready to pop. Man, these rows are not messing around here. Mr. Next Time gets saved. And who is this? I think this is Step Back. There you go. For the people being used quite immediately. No, this is Everyday Pizza. Who's going to bring that pallet down as quickly as possible. Ooh, that little indecision is going to cost him a health state here. And is going to give the Oni his power. Decides not to use it. Instead is going back to that generator that he saw had a lot of progress. No one's working on main. We do see one little bit of blood over here. Some pools being spread around. That must be Gambator who's running around. There you go. Everyday Pizza gets a heal up. Yep, this is Gambator who's gonna go to the hill gen, meaning that he must have balanced landing here. He was in shack, very well thought out by Slaughter there. But he's gonna go around main. Ooh, someone did touch the gen. Is anyone around? Checking all the corners here. That gen just gets done for free too. Ooh, this is a 3-gen scenario, but that gen is already well progressed. That's a 50% gen for free, however. Oh. Nice little slam. Gambator was not expecting that and ends up caught in surprise. And this might be a bad thing for Slaughter here. If there's at least 2 survivors on that gen on the far, oh, they just missed the skill check, I'm pretty sure. It's a bit of a shame to just collect a lot of the blood orbs, but it's not enough. He won't have enough for the power up here. Ooh, this is gonna hinder his end game for sure. If he at least got one more power up, it would be so beneficial for him because he would be able to down more survivors. There you go, there's the save coming through. We do see someone running. Who is that? That's Renato, the one that is worth the least amount of points. He would want to go for Everyday Pizza or Step Back in order to get the most amount of points. That's a window vault, I believe. Yes, indeed. And the gate has been opened. Seems like he's gonna go and try and down anyone at the moment. Oh, Mr. Next Time ducking on that corner. Oh, managed to get the pallet stun. Is he gonna be able to make it? He's done it! He's actually done it! They managed to get a 4-man escape, 2 of them fresh as a daisy. And it does seem like it was Devout got 8 points to RDE 17. Sorry, to RDE's 19. I forgot to count 1 gen. I will confirm with the mods. However, this is a pretty good win condition for RDE's Blight. We will see you all in just a bit as we go into lobby change. Welcome back, everyone. We will not do any filibustering. We're going to go straight into it as we got Gambator playing for RDE against Devout Survivors. Devout Survivors have a really hard task. They have to get out with 3 fresh as daisies in order to win the set. And, well, RDE, all they need is 3 stages on fresh survivors. That's all they need. Anthony already taken a hit. Oh, but they're gonna stay inside. Misses the swing. And we do have Enduring from Gambator. Trying to play this out and manages to get the down. Onto Intimi. Do we get a save here? Pitter patter of tiny feet. Yes, we do. But he stays inside the building here. Oh, nice little miss. They're gonna make it the window, I think. Decide to go for the pallet break. Goes for the swing instead. And that's a down. We did see someone over there, the little feet. They're not going to be able to get the save. Can they get the save through there? No, it's too high, unfortunately. First gen did pop, though. As Intimy goes on for first stage. Like I said, very strong main building here. A little bit of scratch marks over here. That's an ace. A missed swing. And 4 tokens used, but I think that's a hit nonetheless. The ace doesn't have really any connecting pallets or loops. There you go. Yes, you did just hear a token. And yes, that is indeed save the best for last on the Blight. No, I don't know why it is, but that is what it is. Maybe Gambator knows something that we don't. I can only guess. I believe that was live that was used. He does have Lucky Break. Oh my goodness, that was such a close call. That was such a close call. He's gonna try and force Gambator here in order to use more of his tokens. Wait for the pallet. Cake is trying to loop as much as possible. Utilizing as many pallets as possible. They really can't be giving him these hooks. Tries to go for the flashlight save, but misses. That's Ray on goddamn, I forgot their name. Second gen popped. As Cake stays on the hook. If Cake dies here, or if Ray gets put on the hook, that's both the win condition for either side. Sorry, that's the win con for Gambator here. 3 gens popped, but they can't let Cake go onto second here, or they will tie. That's a hit. Oh. Oh, nice little shimmy by Gambator. Do we see anyone come in for the save? We don't see anyone come in for the save. Ray is on the ground. Oh, goodness gracious. Does seem like, even though they're doing gens pretty quickly, Devout is gonna lose this one. There's the second stage guaranteed. And now, with Ray going onto the hook, and it's gonna be a basement hook too. Gambator can literally just camp this out if they want to win. Oh, but someone comes in for the save. Who is it? It's Intimy. Ray gets themselves out with the deli. He is gonna leave Intimy alone and gonna go for the tunnel here onto Cake. Doesn't really use his power all that often. Seems to prefer walking. Strangely enough, another gen pops. And he really is... Gambator is just not using the Blight's power here. I don't know why. Oh, almost with the pitter-patter tiny feet. Samurai was almost there. And there you go. There's the 5th gen. Cake is dead, and they have scored 12 points. 12 points exactly to Devout's 8, meaning that they would have won by 4 if everyone escapes right now. There you go. We go to this pallet once again for the 50-50. There you go, and he gets the hit nonetheless. Gambitor getting them hits left, right, and center, regardless of what perks they're using. Samurai goes for first, and finally we see the use out of the Blight Rushes. And there you go, there's a hit onto Intibi's head. They will have to leave and let Samurai die on the hook here. But that will put the total points. That will put the total points for RDE and Devout. 22 to Devout, 37 for RDE. Congratulations to RDE. You did win 2 sets in a row, and you won the overall match. Thank you so much for playing these games. It was very enjoyable to cast. Thank you all for watching. This will be the last game of today. We have no more games today, but we will have more tomorrow. And tomorrow, the Pug King himself will be the one casting these games. Thank you so much for Champions of the Fog for letting us do these matches of League B. Thank you for Leger for being the one hurdling the bag mat of cats that are the backstage. And thank you, the viewers, for watching and being here with us. We will see you all tomorrow for more DCOM DBD.
Join the Pugdom Discord for more information. Puglicious.